好，那今天的话就是我们要提到有关哈 ，OK， so today we will talk about a topic about the two great gods of earth, OK, Demeter and Demeter 哈 ，OK, and the Dionysus, Dionysus. So it's on the, so probably you can have a look at the textbook, OK, it's on page, OK 47， 好，来在第14期的地方哈。Okay, from page 47 to page 62. Okay, chapter 2, the two great gods of earth. So, have you heard these two gods before? So these two gods, okay, based upon the Greek mythology, okay, is they are quite closely related to Earth. So let's have a look at the story. Okay, the immortal gods were of little use to human beings for the most time, and often they are quite reverse and useful. So we can have a look at on page 47. Paragraph 1. Okay, for the most part, the immortal gods were of little use to human beings, and often, they were quite, the reverse of useful. Zeus, a dangerous lover for mortal maidens, and completely incalculable, in his use of the terrible thunderbolt. Ares, the maker of war and the general pest. Hera, with no idea of justice, when she was jealous, as she perpetually was. So we can see different gods, they have different images, different personalities. They are like human beings. So Athena, also a war maker, and wielding the lightning sharp lance quite as irresponsibly as Zeus did. Aphrodite, using a power chiefly to ensnare and betray. So they were a beautiful, radiant company, to be sure. Their adventures made excellent stories, but when they were not positively harmful, they were capricious and undependable, and in general, mortals got on best without them. So what's the main idea of the first paragraph? Can you figure it out? So what does the author intend to convey to deliver his to deliver her message? 来，同学刚刚读完第一段，你觉得他是要表达什么意思 ？So basically, the main idea is that those gods, including for example Zeus, Ares, Hera, Aphrodite, they are not they were not so reliable. So that's basically the author intends to convey her own message. So which means that there are only two gods that we can trust. That would be Demeter and Dionysus. So that's basically the central idea, the main idea of the first paragraph. The immortal gods were of little use to human beings for the most of the time. You can see most of the time, on many occasions, they are of little use, and we cannot trust them. So that's basically the central idea of the first paragraph. So and however, there were only two limited two gods, who were indeed humans' best friends. So who are they? So they are Demeter and Dionysus. So that's the mankind's best friends. Demeter and Dionysus. You can see the images, pictures. So on the left hand side, she's Demeter. She is also the goddess of agriculture. So we talk about agriculture. We can think about her. And Dionysus. Basically, he is the god of wine, the god of wine. The god of madness, god of ecstasy. So so let's talk about more about Demeter, so about her story, So she was the goddess of harvest, and also agriculture, so who controlled over grains and the fertility of the earth. So when we learn Demeter, we need to know that she's the goddess of harvest, the goddess of agriculture. She controlled over grains and fertility of the earth. And she had one daughter, and Persephone. So Persephone, as I said before, so who is Persephone? She is Hades' wife, right? She is Hades' wife. Hades, 就是那个 he is the god of the underworld. As I said before, 就是说老师之前有提到嘛，就是 one of the 12 great Olympian gods, Hades. So Hades is Zeus' elder brother, right? 宙斯的怎么样？哥哥。And Persephone, she is also the maiden of the spring, the maiden of the spring. So the goddess of spring is Persephone. Persephone. So let's have a look at her story, Persephone. One day, when Persephone was attracted by the beautiful blossom of Narcissus. So Narcissus is a kind of flower, Narcissus. Narcissus means narcissistic means someone who likes him or herself. 就是说我们讲说自恋的，就有一种花叫做 narcissus. Okay, we will talk about this story later. 我们之后会讲到这个部分。So Hades, rises up, from the dark world and carry her off. So since Demeter, lost Persephone, she, in her terrible grief, saved gifts, from the earth. The greenery of the earth turned into a frozen desert. That year, was the most dreadful and cruel year, for the mankind. So you can see what happened, because, Demeter, lost her daughter. She felt very depressed. And she wanted to find her daughter. But as I said before, she's Demeter. She's a god. She's a goddess of agriculture. The goddess of harvest. 那就是说，这个世界就变成什么样？了无生气嘛，因为早期是怎么样？农业帝国，就是在 Greek mythology，他们早期是主要是以农业为主，那是掌管农业的，那变成世界上变成是什么样？了无生气。So the greenery of earth turned into a frozen desert. So that year was the most dreadful and cruel year, for mankind, because Demeter lost her daughter, Persephone. Persephone was raped by whom? By Hades. So we can have a look at picture. On page 51. In the textbook. 同学也可以看得到来 the rape of Persephone. The rape of Persephone. So let's have a look at the textbook on the bottom of page 49. 来，我们看49页下面的地方So Demeter had an only daughter, Persephone, the maiden of the spring. She lost her, and in a terrible grief, she withheld her gifts from the earth, which turned into a frozen desert. The green and flowering land was icebound and lifeless. 就变成什么样？了无生气because Persephone had disappeared. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. Okay, on the top of page 50. Okay, so the Lord of the dark underworld, or the king of the multitudinous of death. So who is he? He is Hades, Zeus' elder brother. Carried her off when enticed by the wondrous blossom of Narcissus. So we will talk about Narcissus later 就是我们讲说那个自恋的就是说这是一种花来 She strayed too far from her companion. In his chariot drawn by the coal-black steeds, he rose up through a chasm into the earth in the earth, and grasping the maiden by the wrist, set her beside him. He bore her away weeping down to the underworld. 所以说呢，这个黑迪就从怎么样 ？As I said, Hades, he is the goddess of underworld, of the underworld, right? 掌管地下的冥王嘛，他就从地下钻出来，然后呢，把谁带走？就把这个 Persephone 拐走了，又拐走了。So this is a very famous story, in Greek mythology, 这在希腊罗马神话是非常非常著名的故事就同学读这个希腊罗马神话必须要知道的一个部分Okay, so let's move on. So he brought her away, weeping down to the underworld. The high hills echoed her cry at the depth of the sea, and her mother heard it. She spread like a bird over sea and the land, seeking her daughter. But no one would tell her the truth. 就是没人知道，没人愿意告诉她事实。So what happened? No one was willing to tell her. So no man, no God, no any sure messenger from the birds. So 9 days, Demeter wondered, and all the time she would not taste of ambrosia or put sweet nectar to her lips. At last, she came to the sun, and he told her all the story. 来，所以最后是谁告诉她？他的那个女儿被谁拐走？来，这个神叫怎么样？刚刚这边课本有提到一个字 ，the sun。In Greek mythologies, there are two sun gods. One is Apollo, as I said before. Apollo, he is a god of prophecy, god of music, god of medicine, god of healing. And also he is also a sun god. 这其中一个。另外一个谁 ？Another one is Helios. So when Persephone was abducted, was raped by Hades, Helios, he watched all the scenery. He spotted at that particular moment. 他看到了，他看到那个情况所以呢 Helios 是告密，跟谁讲？跟she talked about the story to Demeter 所以 Persephone 妈妈就知道原来是他。So who is Helios? 同学知道谁是 Helios? So Helios 他基本上也是另外一个he is also sun god 他也是一个掌管，他也是一个太阳神And he is Medea's grandfather 就是我们提到那个米利亚就是说老师之前有提到希腊有三大悲剧家就 Aeschylus, Sophocles and Euripides 那 Aeschylus 最著名的作品是什么？就是 Orestes 那 Sophocles 最著名的作品是什么 ？Oedipus and Antigone。那另外一个什么呀 ？Euripides 最著名的作品叫 Medea， 他就是 Medea 的So he is Medea's grandfather， 他是掌管那个所谓这个也是另外一个怎么样太阳神太阳神之后我们提到那个 The Quest of Golden Fleece is a story between Jason and Medea 这故事里面有提到 Helios 好吧So as I said since Demeter lost Persephone. She, in her terrible grief, saved her gifts from the earth. The greenery of the earth turned into a frozen desert. That year was the most dreadful and cruel year, for mankind. The return of the Persephone. So Zeus sent the gods to pacify Demeter. However, she listened to no one. Because as I said, Demeter at that time, she felt extremely desperate and depressed. Zeus, and as I mentioned, Persephone, she is Demeter, she is in control of the harvest and also agriculture. So 那世界就变了无生气，那该怎么办呢？这个 Zeus 他就怎么样？She tried to pacify Demeter, but she listened to no one. So in the end, Zeus realized that his brother must give away. So his brother is Hades, right? His elder brother. So to keep Persephone, Hades asked her to eat pomegranate seed 就一种那个果实的种子so Hades knew in his heart that in this way Persephone must return to him. 就是说他把他诱拐到怎么样地下之后呢？地底下之后 on the underworld. And Zeus talked to his elder brother Hades. And he had to led Persephone back to her mother. So Persephone returned to Demeter, but the deal was that she must lose Persephone for 4 months every year to go down to the world of the dead with Hades. So that's the deal. Persephone was returned to Demeter. At last, 就1年有4，就是 so that's the origin of the 4 seasons. 我们为什么会有4季？4季这概念从哪个地方过来的？就是从这边这个故事，希腊罗马神话。1年有怎么样？4个月。So there were 4 months. That Persephone, she had to be back to she had to go down to the world. To the underworld, to the world of the dead with Hades. 那这个就是我们什么时候？来 spring, summer, fall, or winter. 来就 winter 因为这时候就怎么样？每当 Persephone 回到地底下，他妈妈就很伤心。就变成为什么会有冬天？1年会有4个月，是怎么样？就会就是会了无生气Okay, so that's all about Demeter and Persephone. So let's have a look at another important god, who is related to the earth. So he is Dionysus. So probably we can have a look on page 54. 来，可以看第54页这个地方，54页这我们课本就提到这个所谓这个 Dionysus and or Bacchus So on the bottom of page 54, so the story is very differently told from the story of Demeter. Dionysus was the last god to enter Olympus. 那老师之前同学提到，就是说我们讲说 the 12 great Olympian gods 不同的版本 different editions 有 different variations 那有人认为会把怎么样 Dionysus 放进怎么样 one of the 12 great Olympians 里面。那有的人就不会把它放进里面所以这边课本上面是有提到说，来 Dionysus was the last god to enter Olympus. So Homer did not admit him. There are no early sources for his story except a few brief allusions in Hesiod. Hesiod 是一个早期的 Greek poet 非常有名的Like in the 8th or 9th century. a later Homeric hymn, perhaps even as late as the 4th century, gives the only account of the Paris ship and the fate of Pentheus is the subject of the last play of Euripides in the 5th century, the most modern of all Greek poets. 那比较重要，我们看一下下面这个地方。来 the first paragraph. Thebes was Dionysus' own city, where he was born, the son of Zeus and the Theban princess Semele. 来，所以同学可以看得到，来 ，so Zeus, he had a love affair with Semele. 就我们中文版本叫西美丽他正宫是什么 Hera 对不对？所以这又是他怎么样外面养的一个怎么样小三嘛，对不对？so he was the only god whose parents were not both divine. 所以他的 so Dionysus' father, Zeus, God. Semele, she is a human being. So we would say Dionysus, he is a demigod. 就半神半人。So Semele was the most unfortunate woman of all those Zeus fell in love with. Semele 算是他在说下场里面是最悲惨的就是说 Hera 他因为就 Hera 的缘故他后来一直追杀他，就非常悲惨。他后来就 pass away 这个 Semele So in her case, too, the reason was Hera. 他就提到 Hera 了就 as I said before Hera is she is jealous and envious. Zeus was madly in love with her and told her that anything she asked of him, he would do. She swore it by the river Styx, the oath, which not even he himself could break. She told him that, what she wanted above all case was to see him in his full splendor, as king of heaven and the lord of the thunderbolt. So it was Hera who had put that wish into her heart. OK， 好，所以我们大家就简单看一下这个部分所以呢，来我们来看一下来这个 PowerPoint So Dionysus So who is Dionysus? He was the god of the great harvest, wine making and wine. Of ritual madness and ecstasy. So basically, we would say, Dionysus, he was the god of grape harvest, wine making, ecstasy, madness. So those are important qualities associated with Dionysus. So he was the son of Zeus and mortal. So as I said, Semele, he's a human being. She's a human being. And mortal, Semele, Theban princess. Semi, divine, or we would say demigod. On the one hand, Dionysus was kind and beneficent. On the other hand, he could also be cruel, barbarian, and divine man-made. So someone would say, Dionysus, somehow, she'll be cruel. He will be cruel, barbarian. So his mother, Semele, was burned to death when Zeus, showed him the full splendor as king of heaven and lord of the thunderbolt. 他后来就被焚烧就被烧死了因为这是Hera 他的一个陷害，一个 trap 陷阱就陷害他所以非常悲惨因为那时候他想要看那个怎么样 Zeus 他的武器，可是呢，在一个情况底下的话，就是说不小心 Zeus 他不知道可是呢，这个 Hera 就陷害他所以他后来就被烧死了那非常悲惨就是最 so she was the most unfortunate woman Zeus fell in love with. 那最幸运的是谁？The most fortunate was Europa 就是我们讲说 Europe 这个女孩，这个欧洲这个命名的就是来自于什么 Europa 之后我们会提到这个故事 So Zeus rescued Dionysus 那 Hera 他的特质是什么样 ？envious jealous， 他后来还不但怎么样陷害了，就是说那个 Semele， 之后还追杀谁 ？Dionysus， 想要置他于死地所以他一个都不放过这个 Hera So Zeus rescued Dionysus when he was near birth and hid him away from Hera's persecution. And Hermes, so who is Hermes? He is also one of the 12 great Olympians. And he is Zeus' messenger. 宙斯一旦有任何讯息的话都会借由他来传递。So Hermes carried Dionysus to Nyssa to be cared for by the nymphs. Here it is. Some say the nymphs were placed in sky as stars by Zeus, and these stars would bring rain when they are near the horizon. So the Dionysus was born of fire and nursed by rain. 因为那时候宙斯怎么样？就是那个他后来被焚烧嘛，焚烧的时候那时候刚好要诞生的时候。然后呢，来 nursed by rain。rain 的话当然指什么样？来 Hades the nymphs。So Dionysus was born of fire and nursed of rain. Nursed by rain. So the burning heat ripened the grapes, and the water kept the plant alive. Dionysus became the god of wine. So that's the story, the origin of the reason why Dionysus he's the god of wine, god of winemaking, god of grape harvest, and also a god of madness, god of ecstasy. 就我们喝了酒会怎么样？饮酒作乐，对不对？我们就会怎么样？mad 就有时候就会发疯嘛，对不对？So someone would say, he was the god of madness, god of ecstasy. 因为我们饮酒欢乐，对不对？这都是有相关的这 associated 这样 qualities. So when Dionysus passed through Thrace on his way to Greece, he was insulted by one of the king there, Lycurgus, who strongly opposed this new worship. Zeus struck Lycurgus blind, and he died after. During his wanderings, Dionysus met princess Crete, Androne, who was abandoned by Theseus on the shore of island of Naxos. Zeus saved and fell in love with her. And then Dionysus also went down to the lower world to seek his mother. His mother is Semele, 西美丽 as I said. He defied death to keep her away from him, and death yielded. 所以他就怎么样 ？Hades 找了怎么样？他妈妈寻求他妈妈，因为他妈妈那时候是怎样被焚烧而死的那 Hades 同意了Then he brought Semele to Olympus, and the gods consented to receive her as one of themselves. 所以你看到没有？最后 Semele, the gods consented to receive Semele as one of themselves. So as the god of wine, Dionysus often made people mad. Melodies were the terms for women frenzied with wine, in craziness. They rush through the woods and tear wild creatures into pieces. 就饮酒作乐这是很在希腊早期这个 in ancient Greek society 他们可以看得到的那这时候这个也就是怎么样？我们讲到 Dionysus 我们为什么会希腊会有悲剧这 Greek tragedies for example Orestes Oedipus the King, Antigone, 还有怎么样这个比如说米利亚 ，and also Greek comedy， 好 ，Lysistrata， 好，最主要是怎么样？他们早期的希腊人会去看怎么样？看戏，好，看这种戏，这种比如说 tragedies 或 comedies， 好，然后他们就是怎么样？他们之所以会有这个theater， 主要就是要纪念谁？纪念这个 Dionysus。所以 Dionysus 他也被称为怎么样 ？He is also quite associated with theater， 啊 ，Greek tragedies，Greek comedies， 啊，他们就是因为人会去看戏、饮酒作乐嘛，对不对？这是他们每年会有3次的，啊 ，3 times 这样 celebrations， 这样 festivals， 啊，去庆祝，啊，去看戏，啊，你要看喜剧还有悲剧，啊，所以这个也是跟 Dionysus 哈会有相关的。So anyway, like Dionysus, okay, made a Theban king, okay, Pentheus, his cousin, torn apart by Melodies because Pentheus insulted him. We find Dionysus was man's benefactor and then destroyer at the same time because of the double nature of wine and the soul of the god of wine. Okay, so there are 2 questions for you to discuss. Like question number 1. So how do you like the story of Hades and Persephone? So what do you think about this? Okay, the story. Okay, their relationship. Okay, between Hades, Persephone, and then probably you can also talk about the relationship between Demeter and Persephone. And the question number 2. The second question. Please list 3 features. Okay, you observed from Dionysus and Demeter. What are they usually associated with? By what you can recognize Dionysus and Demeter from a painting. I think obvious. One is male, while another one is female, right? 这应该很明显。One is God, while another one is goddess. And also you need to think about what kinds of qualities, they are usually associated with. 好，那我觉得这是我们这一堂课非常重要的。你要知道，所以看到这2个神，你要知道他有哪些特质，对不对？OK。